Welcome to Everything Compact Tractor and Equipment. Today we're going to take a look at 4 of the most neglected grease points on these compact tractors. They're located underneath the tractor, and that's one reason why a lot of folks just flat don't do it. In fact, they're on the drive shaft that connects the front to the rear of the tractor itself. And I'm going to show you the tool that you need to use and what makes it a little bit easier, but you are going to have to crawl underneath the tractor for 2 of these joints. For the U-joints on the drive shaft, they're hard to get to. It's hard to pump the grease gun with one hand and try to hold the flexible tube with the other to get it up onto the Zerk fitting itself. And what I like to use is a needle. This is called a narrow needle, and it makes it very easy to attach to the to your grease gun. This is a locking coupler right here, and it just slides on like this. Locks in place. That is solid now. That allows you to push in on the grease gun and keep that tip right where the grease needs to go into the Zerk fitting. I'm going to show you here real quick what this does and what it looks like on the Zerk fitting itself. Now, this is what the Zerk fitting looks like underneath the tractor. It's similar to this right here. The end of this needle just simply pushes up against the little ball right here. And it's sometimes very hard to get a hold of and do, especially with grease on the gloves. But basically what it does is it feeds into the end of the grease joint, just like that, the Zerk. And you just push and grease goes out. Now, it takes a little bit longer to fill because that is a very teeny-weeny little bitty hole on the end of it. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get the grease into those U-joints. But this needle right here makes it very, very easy to get the grease into the ends of these where you can't get the coupler to connect over. It's a very, very tight spot underneath there, and the narrow needle helps a lot. This is something that you're going to want to get and have in your toolbox, and this helps service those U-joints and makes it a lot simpler. These covers can somewhat be hard to get to. This one particular one's held on with a Phillips head, and there's 2 of them. Anyway, you're going to want to loosen that cover up, and it'll twist and turn. It'll pull back like that. There's actually 2 points on here on the drive shaft itself. You've got one Zerk fitting here, and then you've got a second Zerk fitting, which is right here. It makes it very easy to turn by hand, or the drive shaft to turn by hand. If you jack the front end of the tractor up off the ground, you can do that with the front end loader by placing a couple of blocks, 4x4 blocks underneath it. That allows this drive shaft to turn a lot easier, and of course take it out of gear. And what we're going to look at right here with our Zerk fitting right here, sometimes a coupler won't fit on that, and if the coupler doesn't fit, you're going to want to use that narrow needle that I showed a while ago on the end of the grease gun. And it makes it really easy because you can use 2 hands and put force against it with the setup that I showed and push into that and get grease into it. You're going to want to grease these 2 joints, the front U-joint and the rear U-joint, about every 50 hours. And it's really important to keep these greased up where they don't lock up. It can be a very, very expensive fix if these do lock up and it shears something inside the axle due to it being locked up. So very, very important to do this. And then always make sure that you get your housing back on here, that protective cover, and that's just going to fit on there and turn sideways like that. And then all we're going to do is we're going to tighten that back up. There. And that is now secure. We don't have to worry about it coming off. Okay, let's move to the front of the tractor. Okay, the next 2 Zerk fittings that we're going to service are the front trunnion. And there's a Zerk fitting here and a Zerk fitting right here. In order to service these, we want to get the weight off the front of the tractor. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to put some 4x4 blocks, 4x6 blocks, whatever you have, underneath the front end loader. And we're going to start our tractor up. And simply raise it up. There we go. Now, we've got our front end off the ground, and what that does, that takes the weight off of the pin and bushing. This is a pin and bushing up front. Takes the weight off of it. It allows that grease to get in around on the pin and bushing itself. And let me get a rag to wipe those off. And all we're going to do, we're going to wipe the front one off, get it clean. We're going to wipe the rear one off and get it clean. And remember, this is a pin and bushing. It is not a sealed bearing. So that means that we can use our electric grease gun if we want to. Most of these electric grease guns are right at 10,000 PSI. You don't have to. You can still use your manual one. It works very, very well. In fact, that's what I'm going to use right now is the manual one. But you can use an electric grease gun on this. It's not going to blow out any seals because this is not a sealed bearing. It's a pin and bushing. So anyway, let me grab the grease gun and we'll do that. Okay, all I'm going to do here, I'm going to use a standard coupler, press it on, start greasing that joint until I see some oozing out. And I've got some coming out now. We'll pull that off and we'll do the same with the front. And you can see there we've just started, I think you can see, getting grease oozing out around that front right there. So that's done. The other thing, if we have problems getting grease into this joint, we can take it and rotate the axle up and down like this. And we can try it in different positions. A lot of times you can raise the axle up and put it in a different position on that pin and bushing, and it'll go ahead and it'll accept grease. So anyway, like I said, these are the most neglected fittings on the grease Zerks on your tractor. And always take your owner's manual and look at your owner's manual. Some of these now on some of the smaller tractors have built-in sealed bearings. There's no grease Zerk fitting for them. And you just basically run it until the bearing goes out and then the bearing has to be replaced. Most of these tractors, though, do have a trunnion joint, which is, like I say, pin and bushing. And you're going to want to get enough grease in there that the grease starts oozing out a little bit and then stop. Now, the recommended service interval on this is about 50 hours, which is about the industry standard across. If you're operating in extremely wet conditions or muddy, you're going to want to do this at least every 10 hours. If you're in extreme, usually in extreme conditions, wet, mud, and you're putting a heavy load on the front end of this tractor with the front end loader, you're going to want to do this maybe daily. And you're going to, like I said, you're going to want to go ahead and add enough grease in there to push out all of the contaminants, the water, and everything else that will damage that pin and bushing in the front. And it gets extremely expensive to take this front end apart and replace that pin and bushing. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. So extreme conditions, you're going to want to go every day. If you're just working in mud and rain and so forth like that, you're going to want to do it every 10 hours. And if you're not using your tractor a whole lot, you at least want to do it every 50 hours. This is extremely important to get these greased up. Keep the maintenance up on them, and your front end should last forever. The other thing that you're going to want to do is, while you're in here, check these front bolts. A lot of people have had problems with these loosening up. Go ahead and look at it and check them, make sure they're tight, make sure they're torqued down, and you should be in good shape. Thank you for being here today and following along with us. I appreciate it. If you enjoy this type of video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you know when we post a new video. And we do post, or try to post, at least one video a week, possibly two. We also have our Tool Time Thursday that we've just started up, and we'll be posting more on there. I want to thank you for being with us. I appreciate it, everybody that has subscribed and hit the like button and follow along and left comments. I sincerely appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and end it with this. So, as usual, buckle up, ROPS up. The life you save may be yours. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.